Miss Andrea from Adams Memorial Library. Today we're going to be making another one of our online ocean crafts. So today we're going to be making the Suncatcher Dolphin. So you're going to need to grab some items from that craft kit that you have. Inside your craft kit, you're going to see there is this Dolphin paper template. So you're going to go ahead and pull that out. 2 sheets of that contact paper. Your blue tissue paper, I believe there might be 1 or 2 different shades in there, but you're gonna wanna pull out that blue tissue paper. You're gonna need the black marker that you have in your marker pack and a pair of scissors. So once you have those things assembled, then we'll go ahead and get started on making our Suncatcher Dolphin. Okay, so once you have those items assembled that I mentioned a little earlier in our video, then we're gonna go ahead and get started on making your dolphin. So, the first thing that I did was I went ahead and cut some strips from my tissue paper. So I think it's easier and it'll be less cutting for you because you won't really need that many strips depending on how wide or how thin you make them. But what I would do is take both all the tissue paper you're using, stack it all together, fold it in half. So they can stack together, fold it in half, and then take your first half, so see how it's 2 halves here, and then holding those strips that you have together, those different sheets of paper, go ahead and cut a strip. Again, you can make it thinner, wider, however, that's just how it will look when you put it on your dolphin. And then you have a nice set of strips already cut and ready to go. Okay, I would cut it almost up to the fold, if not pretty much halfway, because you're going to need some nice long strips when you're going over the body part of the dolphin. Okay, so once I have my strips cut of the tissue paper, I'm just going to kind of fold this up and set this to the side. Then I want to take my dolphin template and I want to take a sheet of my contact paper. I'm going to go ahead and take off the white part, and this is where it gets a little tricky because if yours is like mine, it just likes to roll in on itself. Usually once you get this white backing off though, it's pretty good with staying pretty flat. All right, now this is where it gets a little tricky because your first instinct may be to put the sticky side down on this. You don't want to do that. You want to put it over your pattern, but the sticky side should be up. And actually the non-sticky side should be against your pattern. So you can see my fingers are sticking to it now. So it's just kind of, I'm just laying it right over my pattern. I don't have to tape or anything, but the sticky side is facing up. Okay. Now I'm going to use that pattern sheet as my guide when I'm laying my strips. So let's see, I'm going to start with the dark blue. I'm going to take this dark blue. I'm going to lay it down. If it gets a little wrinkled, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal, but you can see I'm just making sure that my whole template is covered. So even if you go past the black line on your template, that's fine. You just want to make sure you have all of this space inside your dolphin covered. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep adding strips. I like to do a little bit of contrast, so I'm doing a dark and then a lighter shade. You can overlap them a little bit for even a cooler effect. Do this shade next. All right, so you notice I'm kind of just going down in strips and putting it over my dolphin pattern. Do the light one. Just laying it down. Another dark. And again, I'm overlapping my strips a bit. You don't have to do that. I just like the effect that it makes when you're done. Do a lighter shade again. And pull one of my dark strips. And this is why it's really nice to just already have these cut and ready to go. Try this one. And like I said, you may need to cut more, and that's fine. You can always pause to go and cut more strips. Mine are being tricky today and sticking together. There we go. Let's see, look, I have 2 on there already. All right, so I'm going to do another dark color here and go for another light. And then again, you can see I'm just making sure that the inside part of my dolphin template is covered. And maybe one more here to get my whole dolphin piece covered. You can see it's kind of shifting around a bit, but that's okay. Just so when you're done, you can see that you have all the inside of your dolphin template covered like that. All right, so now once you have all the strips down, your inside of your dolphin is covered. And I know it's a little harder to see there on camera, but you'll be able to tell when you're looking down at yours. You're gonna take that second piece of contact paper, pull off the white backing. Now, I can tell you when you lay this down and you go to flatten it, you may get some wrinkles, and that's okay. They're pretty easy to push out. So this time, my sticky piece is here, and I'm going to go ahead and move these so none of them get stuck in there, because trust me, your tissue paper will like to do that. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is my sticky side that's kind of facing you on the camera, okay? This time I want to put sticky side down. So this sticky side should match up with this sticky side. So I'm going to lay sticky side face down, just like this, and press it down. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly aligned. Like you can see, mine's not exactly put together, but where you want to make sure is over your dolphin pattern. You want to make sure that that tissue paper in there is put together. So when I pull this up, you're going to see my tissue paper is now wedged between both sticky sides. So it's in the center, ready to go. All right. So now you may be thinking, well, wait, how am I going to know my dolphin pattern? Because my sheet is here. Well, this is where that marker is going to come into play. So you're going to, again, just put your contact paper pieces down on top of your dolphin pattern, and you're going to be able to see, I know it's hard now, but when you're looking at it, you're going to be able to see the nice black line there on your dolphin pattern. So I'm going to just take my marker and trace that onto my contact paper. So you want to make sure that you have it lined so that all of your tissue paper is covering your dolphin pattern. And you're going to notice when you're tracing with this, that this marker rubs off very easily, which is actually a good thing, because then that way if you have any black line after you're done cutting, you can just simply rub it off. So I'll trace this and then I'll show you. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up from my pattern. Just fix this. It's got a little smeared, so I just want to make sure I fix that. Okay, there we go. And you're going to see I now have my dolphin pattern traced onto my contact paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And put that aside. Okay, and put your straps to the side. And there you go. Now you have your dolphin Suncatcher all ready to go. And like I said, if you have a little bit of black still showing from your line, you can just take a paper towel or take your finger, rub it right over, and that marker comes right off. All right, so you can always get rid of that. But once you have this, you're good to go and enjoy your dolphin Suncatcher.
Friends, are you also participating in our Palmer Summer Reading Program on Beanstack and logging your reading and activities? Well, if you are, you'll definitely want to enter this crafts code, which for the summer craft pack is FISH, which will be right here on your screen. So be sure to enter it for your Beanstack badge and some prize tickets that you can enter into our drawings up until August 6th.